this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi, and welcome to this video. This is the card I'm making today. It's very simple, but I think it's quite effective. What do you think? I'm really happy with the way it turned out, so let's get started. Let's do the easy bit first, and that's the stamping. So I've got here a piece of Whisper White, just a scrap piece, and I've got Bermuda Bay ink, and this is the stamp set I'm using. Happiest of birthdays, and I'm using the sentiment here that says it's your day. So let's use our Bermuda Bay. Let's open the ink pad up and ink up our sentiment. My ink pad is nice and juicy, so it's really easy. I'm just gonna straight down, hold for a few seconds and up. Perfecto. Close up the ink pad. As you know, I'm always closing my ink pads after use so I don't put anything in it. Now we're going to cut this out using some dies, and we're going to also cut out a piece in basic black, and the dies that we're going to use is this one called the rectangular stitched dies, and as you can see you get a zillion of them, and I'm going to use these two over here to cut that out. Now let me show you how many dies you get in here. How many do you get? 13. So you really got every rectangle you could wish for. So I'm just going to put these both through my die cutting machine, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've die cut those two pieces, and now I'm just going to stick one to the other with my snail. Okay, I'm just going to try and center it in the middle. If I can manage it. Yeah, that'll do. So set that aside, well out of harm's way, and let's get started on the next bit. So I've got here a piece of basic black cardstock, and this measures 14.35 centimeters by 10 centimeters. And then what I've got here is two pieces of cardstock, one in Bermuda Bay, one in Coastal Cabana, and both initially were cut to the same size as the basic black, 14.35 centimeters by 10 centimeters, and then I cut them up. Now let me show you how I cut it up. I cut down the center and across here, so I had four equal rectangles rather. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I cut down there and then like that. Okay, when I had each triangle I cut like this across, so I cut that, rectangle across the rectangles like this, and across the rectangles like that, and that is what's going to make all these pieces here, and we're just going to try and fit them to make this pattern here. So you're going to see how these fit together. So I'm going to do, sometimes you just need to mess about with it to get it the right way, the way it's meant to be. So you can have it like that, and then we have two more pieces, and one here and then one over there. So that's our outside done. And then our inside is going to be, we're going to match up our pieces. So let's see. And we're going to make up our little triangles here, see? And then you'll be able to see exactly how this was cut. Okay, there we go. So we want our straight edges in the center like that. Oops. And then last but not least, that one there. Okay, so that's how we're gonna, that's what it's gonna look like now. So now we're gonna stick all of that down. So I'm just gonna remove my craft sheet a little bit forward like that, so I get glue on this rather than on my craft mat. And I'm just going to very gently move these forward So they're still in the same pattern. And then I have my piece of black here, and I'm just going to use some Tombow, and hopefully it's going to work for me and not cause me any hassles today. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of each piece and just stick them all down in the same way. And you're just going to line it up with the edge of your basic black, like that. Okay, so I've stuck everything down. I just had to go and get my silicone mat because I was really getting glue everywhere. So that's what we've got so far. I don't think that looks too bad. Okay, and then what I've got here is some strips of basic black, and these are just any old length. The length is not important, the width is 1/2 centimetre, and we're just going to use these to cover our seams and to give that lovely black effect, you know, that almost like the lead in what do you call it, in a stained glass window. So all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of my glue. I had to also go and get a new Tombow as that one had given up the ghost, and then we're just going to stick it down like that, and we're going to cut off all the ends later, just after it's dried. So let's do the one in the centre. Okay, so just as you can get your Tombow to work, and I'm not the best with that, as you can see, always. Just a thin line and then just stick it down. A bit like that. And that's what we've got. I've got still bits of cardstock on me. That's what we've got so far. I don't think it looks too bad. Now I'm going to use some stale on the back because I just can't face Tombow again. I'm going to put a squiggly amount, but you've got all that dimension on it. And then I have here as well a standard A6 card base in basic black. So that's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And this is the great thing, because you did your thing on black, if there's any bits that haven't reached the ends of the paper here, it'll help to cover up a multitude of errors. So let's see, what else do we need to do? We need some dimensionals now, and we're going to use those here just to stick down our sentiment. So let's just take the backs off. It's not easy when your fingers are sticking together from Tombow, I tell you. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's stick this on the front, and this covers any other problems. And I'm just going to centre it so it sort of touches the edges of all 4 pieces of our strips, just like that. Okay, and then I've got here some rhinestones, and I'm just going to, well, if I can get the one. It's sticking to me because I'm covered in Tombow. I think I'm going to have to go and wash my hands after this. It doesn't want to stick. Stick! Trying to find a finger that's not covered in Tombow to stick it down with. Okay, there you go. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the project. I really did. I found it was something different, and I really like the black and the Bermuda Bay Coastal Cabana together. I think they look really cool. If you want information about this project, supply list, etc., it'll be on the blog post below. not be on the blog post below, be on my blog, and the link to my blog is below. If you enjoyed the video, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. So thank you once again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!